Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. So everybody that Katt sat right here and told you about, everything he was saying was on the up and up. No one's saying he's lying. I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
And nothing else really matters. That's what I do.
Is it easier to be quiet?
For who?
Anyone.
It's easy. It's easier for my enemies to be quiet. Where's my camera? Yeah. Just be quiet. Just shut up. And I'll pass right by. Yeah, I just had to say that.
For years, people clowned Katt Williams, saying he was bitter, jealous, and just chasing attention. But look at things now. Everyone's switching sides real quick. Back in January 2024, when Katt hit up Club Shay Shay, he didn't bite his tongue one bit. He started dropping names, calling out some of the biggest stars in the game. He even hinted that a few of them were hiding some seriously dark secrets behind closed doors. At first, people rolled their eyes, laughed it off, and turned his interview into meme material. Social media couldn't stop joking about it, and nobody took him seriously. But now, it's 2026, and millions of pages from those government Epstein files just went public. Suddenly, those names Katt mentioned don't sound so wild anymore. Some people are saying those released documents actually back up what Katt was hinting at, and maybe even more than that. The names he didn't mention, some believe they could be even bigger, maybe some of the most powerful people alive. Katt's not backing down either. He's doubled down on his claims and made it clear he's not scared of anyone. Now the whole conversation's flipped. People aren't asking, is Katt serious anymore? They're asking, how did he even know? If even a piece of what's coming in 2026 turns out real, it's about to be one explosive year for the industry. This wild saga really started heating up back in November 2025 when Donald Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law. That one move forced the Department of Justice to release every file tied to the federal investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. And boom! It became one of the biggest document dumps in U.S. history. Among the shocking discoveries was none other than Jay-Z, also known as Sean Carter, a billionaire mogul, a cultural icon, someone people once thought could never be touched. According to an FBI crisis intake form from 2019, an anonymous woman came forward with serious claims about something that allegedly went down in 1996. The mention alone has the public buzzing with questions and disbelief. She claimed she was taken from her home and woke up in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. She alleged Weinstein assaulted her while Jay-Z was present. This is curiously similar to how Katt alleged Diddy and Jay-Z would operate at their parties. The woman accusing Jay-Z, also named Pate. T, as someone who allegedly built fake friendships to lure women into vulnerable situations, there were old interview clips where the energy in the room suddenly shifted. Anytime Jay-Z's name came up, conversations would get shut down, don't go there, move on. It felt tense, almost as if Jay was the industry boogeyman. This is something Jaguar Wright recently alleged was the case, saying that both he and Diddy had powerful backers. Then people started digging through the internet, finding old party footage and photos that showed Jay-Z and Weinstein hanging out together, laughing it up at big events, including one of Diddy's birthday parties. And don't forget, Weinstein is now behind bars after being convicted in court. They were always close, always side by side at those elite gatherings. That's when folks began connecting the dots, looking back at old rumors and past allegations, and realizing it all pointed towards something way more disturbing than anyone wanted to admit. The pattern felt too strong to ignore, and people started asking questions that made the industry very uncomfortable. And then there's Kanye West. Back in 2018, he boldly called out Jay-Z and Pusha T, saying they were liars and would never tell the truth. Everyone said Kanye was spiraling, that he was just being dramatic.
The unsealed Epstein files have just dropped a bombshell that ties Jay-Z and Beyonce directly to Jeffrey Epstein's darkest secrets. These two are named in survivor testimony for taking part in horrifying human hunts deep in Africa's remote forests. Survivors say Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't just watching, they were boots on the ground in Nigeria at least 3 times, laughing as they directed the chaos and even stepping in to finish off cornered victims in what witnesses call ritualized brutal slayings.
But now, years later, those old clips are resurfacing, and the tone has completely changed. And then things got even wilder. Internet commentators started saying that not only Jay-Z, but even Beyonce might have some kind of connection to Epstein's island. There's no official documentation tying her to it, but that hasn't stopped the internet from running wild with speculation. In today's world, rumors can spread faster than facts, and people love to dig deep for clues. Some say Beyonce's silence on the topic speaks volumes, even though legally, staying quiet doesn't mean guilt.
If he can get Bill Gates to say that he mentored him and advises Epstein to say that he just slipped up after sleeping with a 17-and-a-half-year-old woman because the and a half makes a difference. And he's been punished for it and he's learned his lesson, obviously. Jeffrey responds thanking him for his PR advice. There are other emails from Richard Branson to Jeffrey Epstein, like this one where he asked him to bring his 2 Russian girls along, but I digress. He also has a history of harassing women, but don't worry guys, he doesn't remember the harassment.
Still, the whispers just keep growing louder. Then comes another major name, Richard Branson. His name shows up multiple times in those Epstein files. In one 2013 email, Epstein actually thanked Branson for his hospitality and public relations advice. That small detail sent shockwaves across social media. Branson has since spoken out, saying Epstein's actions were disgusting and that he fully supports justice for the victims.
Emails that were found in the Epstein files where he tells Jeffrey to bring along his hair. Now guys, his team says that he never would have said that if he fully understood the context in which he was talking to Jeffrey and Epstein about all of this. Except I'm pretty sure he understood the context because these emails were from 2013 and Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted in 2008. And Branson is trying to email him a PR memo on how he can spin his 2008 conviction. So I'm pretty sure he was aware.
And let's not forget Sarah Ferguson, also known as Fergie, the ex-wife of Prince Andrew. Her name appears in several of those emails too, including some from the time Epstein was under house arrest. One email believed to have come directly from Epstein's account adds yet another unsettling layer to this tangled web of high-profile connections. Someone even wrote in an old email, "I think Fergie can now say, I am not a pedo." A shocking line that left readers stunned. In another 2009 message, there was a cheerful exchange asking for a quick cup of tea with overly friendly and flattering language that now feels way too suspicious given everything we know. Then there's Brett Ratner. A resurfaced photo from the document release shows him at an event right next to Epstein. Ratner later explained that the photo was taken about 20 years ago when he attended an event with his then fiancée and claimed he never had any kind of personal relationship with Epstein. Still, once that picture hit the internet, the spotlight started spinning in every direction. Now, no one's safe from scrutiny. Tech billionaires, music moguls, supermodels, media executives, even presidents are being analyzed and questioned. A survivor has since gone on TV, revealing that during her time inside Epstein's circle, she saw a massive network of power players involved, and this is exactly why people keep circling back to what Katt Williams said, because those who've been pushed aside by the industry believe he exposed a system that helped certain people climb to the very top while others were silenced. Take Orlando Brown, for example. He straight up said Katt Williams was right about Kevin Hart's sudden rise to the top. He claimed Katt had been warning everyone for years that powerful people in the industry would eventually get exposed. And when that happened, it would shake Hollywood, politics, and big business to their core. Now, the real question isn't just who knew Epstein, it's who's going to be investigated, who's going to be charged, and who's going to walk away untouched. The tension is real, and everyone's watching closely to see how deep this thing goes. It's going to be wild to see how Katt reacts once more names start dropping, especially after everything he said about the Illuminati and how they supposedly pull strings behind the scenes. Now that the Epstein files are shaking the world, people are starting to wonder who's next to get caught in the storm. Rumors are flying that more celebrity names could surface any day now, and that's got Hollywood on edge. Some insiders are claiming that a few A-listers have already lawyered up, preparing for whatever might come out next. The tension in the entertainment world is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Online, fans are digging through old interviews, award show clips, and even red carpet photos, trying to spot who looked too close to who. Every smirk, handshake, or hug is now being overanalyzed like it's a secret code. And through it all, Katt Williams' old words keep echoing louder. People are finally asking if he was warning everyone the whole time. If more evidence drops linking big stars to Epstein's inner circle, 2026 could go down as the year the entertainment industry finally faced its darkest truths. As the dust keeps swirling, major studios and record labels are quietly scrambling behind closed doors. Executives are allegedly trying to distance themselves from anyone whose name even whispers near those Epstein files. Contracts are being reviewed, partnerships are being reevaluated, and PR teams are working overtime to clean up the mess before it hits the headlines. The fear in Hollywood right now is real. Meanwhile, social media detectives are connecting old timelines, matching flight records, event guest lists, and leaked photos like pieces of a massive puzzle. Every discovery seems to point toward a bigger web of influence than anyone imagined. And once again, people are saying Katt Williams saw it all coming. His old interviews, once dismissed as wild rants, are now being replayed with brand new meaning. It's got fans asking, was Katt the only one brave enough to call out the truth before it exploded? If the rumors about another batch of files being released are true, the next wave could blow the entire entertainment scene wide open. Now everyone's watching the clock, waiting for the next big revelation to drop, and no one feels safe. Reports are swirling that new documents could expose even more ties between world leaders, billionaires, and famous entertainers. Insiders say the list might include people so powerful that it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about fame, politics, and influence. The whole world's on edge, wondering whose name will appear next. Journalists are already digging deeper, saying the next batch of files might contain shocking travel logs, payment records, and private communications that could flip the industry upside down. The tension online is out of control. Fans are arguing, defenders are panicking, and truth seekers are saying this is only the beginning. And through it all, Katt Williams' words keep coming back like an echo that won't fade. He said the truth would eventually come out, and now it looks like he wasn't lying. If what's rumored is true, 2026 might go down as the year the masks finally came off and the real faces of power were exposed. Now whispers are spreading that the next wave of leaks could reach far beyond Hollywood, touching sports, tech, and even global politics. Sources claim that investigators have been quietly following digital trails leading to offshore accounts, private islands, and secret meetings that tie some of the world's most recognizable names together. People online are calling it the biggest unmasking of the decade. What's wild is how many celebrities have suddenly gone silent or disappeared from social media. Posts deleted, comments turned off, public appearances canceled. It's got fans wondering who's hiding what. The internet's in full detective mode, breaking down every clue and clip for signs of who might be connected. And once again, Katt Williams' name keeps popping up. His fans are saying he predicted this chaos years ago, warning that the industry was built on secrets that couldn't stay buried forever. If the upcoming files really expose global connections, we might be witnessing the start of a full-on storm that could shake power structures around the world. 2026 might not just be the year celebrities face jail time, it could be the year the entire system gets tested. People everywhere are asking the same question. Will the powerful finally be treated the same as everyone else? Or will money, fame, and influence keep protecting them from justice yet again? The world's eyes are locked in, watching every move, every headline, every court filing. This isn't just about gossip anymore, it's about accountability. It's about exposing who's been pulling the strings and whether the truth will finally break through the walls that have kept it hidden for decades. The stakes have never been higher, and the tension keeps climbing with every new reveal. So what do you think happens next? Will justice finally come for the untouchables, or will the story get buried like all the others? Drop your thoughts below. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, because this story is far from over, and the next chapter might just blow everything wide open.